Lawless may be the one proven wrong here tonight.
Oh, I've said it many a times. He reminds me of a Ricky Morton. The man can take a tremendous beating and still come back and win a match.
I don't know, guys. I think Lawless might be the better Lewis, in all honesty.
Well, he's definitely nerdier.
You know, normally I would never advocate hitting a man with glasses, but I hope Lewis punches Lawless right in the face.
Well, I don't know. That laugh reminded me more of the Pillsbury Doughboy than Lewis.
That would also be an accurate description of Lawless. He's been training heavy for this match.
Or eating heavy, one of the two.
Are you guys calling Lawless the Doughboy right now? Is that seriously what's going on? He's
all right, I'll just call it right. He's a Doughboy.
Very talented athlete. He's a very
the patented noogie from Lewis.
Well, I'm sure when you've received as many of them as Lewis had over his career, he's probably learned to give a few too. As long as he doesn't give him a swirly, we'll be okay.
After what we've seen tonight, anything's possible. Another collar elbow tie up here. Lawless maintaining wrist control right now.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Lawless is going to be technically sound, but so is Lewis, because they were both trained by Brandon Kay. And again, I trained.
Oh, that's just unsanitary, but the Gavel deserves
is that move right there?
Well,
that Willie?
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
And I believe this is the first time I'm ever going to say this on commentary. That's some serious damage to the ear canal of the gavel. Excuse me, David. I'm all out of sorts, man.
Lewis counters the wedgie with one of his own. That's a first.
I guess Lewis is always prepared, having experienced those on a number of occasions.
Maybe he was a Boy Scout too. I don't know.
That's the only explanation I can think of.
3 decades in the wrestling business. You're calling a wedgie. How do you feel?
I'm too old for this.
And Lewis going to continue this match without underwear. That has risk all unto itself, but nothing we're going to get into.
I don't think we need to go there.
Gavel charges into a back elbow. That's how resourceful Lewis is.
Oh, a big chin breaker there.
Jawbreaker. He's loosening him up, I think, for the code breaker, which we know is his finish.
Big hip toss.
Nice series of hip tosses by Lewis. Oh,
2 feet firmly in the chest, send the Gavel to the concrete.
Well, I think Lewis might get overconfident here. Lawless has a chance to regroup, but he didn't take advantage of it, I guess.
He did not. Lewis coming to the outside.
Well, quite frankly, you don't want to try to outthink Lewis. As slick as David Lawless is, as a legitimate attorney outside of professional wrestling, Lewis does calculus, algebra, all sorts of things. I didn't do well in school at all.
I mean, come on.
Going for that code breaker. We talked about it. Puts on the brakes. Lawless intercepts.
A couple elbows to the jaw there.
You don't want to underestimate the mind of Lawless either, though.
2 feet. Now send Lewis to the outside. Turnabout fair play here. I believe Lawless still trying to unhinge the wedgie, but again, we're not going to expand upon that point
we don't need to revisit
whatsoever.
that.
Up and over goes Lawless. Lewis charges.
Oh, big power slam.
And while Lewis may have the psychological advantage in terms of a game plan, Lawless does have the power and size
advantage. Weight
advantage.
advantage, yeah.
Oh, you and me both, Lawless. You and me both.
Let me ask you something, Abel. Why the hell are you out here? Who invited you?
I'm here to watch Lewis. Lewis and I have been butting heads on the Able Media pre-show each and every month. I don't know why.
Kurt Hennig neck snap.
Lewis will not come around to my way of thinking.
I can't imagine why someone wouldn't listen to you. I can't imagine why someone wouldn't listen to Danny Abel.
It's kind of an unhealthy obsession he has with Lewis, I think.
I just know what we could do together.
You're not trying to counsel the man. You're harassing him is what you're saying.
I'm trying to pursue
Lawless charges. Lewis avoids the contact.
whatever means.
Schoolboy trip.
Leverage maneuver. Lawless driving. I'm sorry, Lewis driving. Lewis, Lawless. We
They're
got
both dressed
wedgies.
like Lewis, so it doesn't matter. You just call Lewis hitting Lewis.
Well, you know, maybe if these
Shoulders
two,
down.
Maybe if these two bury the hatchet afterwards, you can hire Lawless for the stalking charge against Stable over here. I don't know.
Swing and a miss from Lewis. Counter here from Lawless. Neck breaker, and you can see Lewis clutching the back of his head. And quite frankly here, gentlemen, if Lewis is victorious here, that will be some egg on the face of Lawless and some revenge for Lewis.
Oh,
But beautiful elevation on the leg drop there.
I mean, I'll give Lawless credit where credit is due. By doing what he did do to Brandon, he's gotten in the heads of Brandon's students, and he's used that to his advantage each and every time against those students.
And one way or another, Lawless has people talking about David Lawless.
Which I think is all he really cares about anyway.
Yeah, that honestly might be the only real reason to dress up like Lewis, is to just get people's attention and get people focused on him.
Lewis back up on his feet here, fights his way free. But man, we're seeing again that size advantage come into play. Lawless buries that back elbow into the shoulder of Lewis, sent Lewis down to the canvas again, and it may be a matter of time. Lewis may just be physically overmatched here.
Without a doubt, the size advantage could at any time work toward Lawless's advantage. Again, the more you beat down on a man the size of Lewis, the easier it's going to be to put him away. But I think Lawless making a mistake here and toying with Lewis.
And notice, this is what we're talking about when we say that Lawless has no conscience whatsoever. The guy's he's a jerk. I can't stand him. You know what? For as long as I've had the unfortunate circumstances of knowing David Lawless, I can't stand him. He's a jerk.
Well, most lawyers are, and like I said, I've
He's
had
an
a lot of
ambulance
experiences with lawyers, and yeah, I've had experiences with a few of those too in the past, and yeah, they are. They're jerks.
Lewis trying to hold on. Avoids the contact there.
Swing and a miss.
This could be Lewis's chance here. But again, Lawless using that size advantage to drive Lewis back into the buckles. But again,
Lewis
the mental
back.
edge is what's coming into play here.
Tornado DDT. And he nailed it.
Spiked the gavel right into the canvas.
Yeah, but how much did he take out of Lewis?
That's it. Lewis has been fighting off the canvas for a while now. Has this taken too much out of him, or can he get up and avenge Brandon K?
A very pivotal point in this contest here. Lewis again showing that trademark tenacity.
And these fans are clearly behind him at this point.
He claws his
Double
way
axe
up and moves
Another
forward.
double axe handle. He's got Lawless reeling now.
Swing and a miss. Beautiful back elbow.
I think he calls that combination the nerd explosion. I've done my homework on Lewis over the past several
Well,
months.
nothing else. He got you to go to school.
Shotgun drop kick.
Maybe he's been playing me this whole time. He got me to study.
This is true.
Yeah, your homework is another form of stalking. As Lewis continuing to rally here.
Oh, straight shot to the jaw of Lawless. It's going to be hard to argue in court with his jaw wired shut.
Now, the day Lawless has his jaw wired shut, I will finally start going to church because my prayers would have been answered.
Yeah, we'll watch for the lightning bolts, Jimmy.
Trademark offense from Lewis here. Swing and a miss.
Oh,
And Gavel made him pay that
reverse
time.
spinebuster there. Neckbreaker follow-up.
And as much as I can't stand Lawless, you can't deny his ability inside the ring
I'll
ropes.
tell you what, I think Lewis got lucky that ref was out of position that time.
Yeah, it was really just a matter of circumstances. Nick Davidson, of course, one of the best referees in Pittsburgh, but
He did his best to get into position, but yeah, you might be right. That split second might have been all that he needed.
no water in the pool for the Gavel.
Lawless comes up empty on that one.
I'll tell you what, Lawless has taken a lot of damage to that region in this match.
I've noticed
The wedgie, the butt drop now, I guess, is what you would call that.
That's why you're not on commentary more often. You don't come up with a Eloquent words here.
What's the eloquent word for missing a leg drop and landing on your behind?
Cover here. This is the portion of the match where I ignore you.
Okay, gotcha.
Lewis cannot believe he is not.
Yeah, what a
able to put him away
frustration.
at
Very
this point.
uncharacteristic from Lewis. That shows you that this mockery that Lawless has made over the past several weeks is affecting Lewis in there.
And that's what I said before about him getting in Brandon's students' heads.
Wait, Lawless hooks him up. Could be going for crossroads. Up and over. Lewis on his feet.
Ooh, elbow.
Look out, ripcord. Lewis avoids the contact. Oh, wait a minute. Lewis got caught. Oh, and right down on the base of the neck. That was nasty. But Lewis kicks out.
Give Lewis credit for fighting off the canvas on that one. I thought he was done.
That's all heart right there, because when you get hit in the base of the neck, that can send shockwaves through your body.
Oh, without a doubt. He could have had a stinger. He could have just been completely immobile at that point.
Well, Lawless, we know, has a vicious side, looking to press the advantage here.
There goes Lewis fighting back again.
Lewis does not quit. That's the one thing that I will always say in his favor. He does not quit. That's why I've been scouting him and trying to get him to join me.
Lawless hangs on. Man, he racked Lewis with that shot.
He pulled way back for that one.
That was right to the side of the temple.
Oh, come on, put it back on.
I think Lawless needs a tan.
He just made the day of one lucky fan in the audience, tossing out.
You got a free Lewis t-shirt.
Lewis puts on the brakes. High risk situation. Headbutt right to the nose.
Got to be careful damaging that brain of his.
Strongest asset, you're right.
Lawless runs into a boot. Lewis measuring him here. Oh, man.
I think Lawless pushed the referee in front of him.
Whiplash. Nick Davidson is taken out here. We need help for...
Well, that's the problem. He didn't have his glasses on.
No, I think Lewis is letting his darker side.
Wait a minute.
come out.
This is exactly what Lawless tried to do to Brandon K with that low blow, but Lewis finally, with a measure of revenge,
Lewis found the counter.
hits the code breaker.
But there's no ref. There's no ref.
And you can see it as plain as we can, the shoulders of the gavel on the canvas.
Lewis is hot. He's frustrated.
Lewis calling for another referee. Oh, and we have one coming down.
Joe McCoy, thankfully watching on our monitor backstage, was able to get out here, and there we see it. Now we see Wallace.
Wow.
Whoa. And just like Brandon K was cheap-shotted, Wallace continues to torment the students of Brandon K.
Your winner, the Gavel, David Lawless!
Wallace continues to taunt the founder of Ryse. Wallace continues to disrespect Brandon K, one of the most revered